This basic tutorial is made to show you how to add a base map, how to do a search for ArcGIS online content data, and finally to construct a very simple layout of a map for intent of exporting to a different software of your choice. In the case of this, we're going to create a JPEG for possible insertion into a blog for you to add a caption. We're going to start by adding the base map. So we're going to go over here, we're going to click on that arrow, we're going to go add base map. We're going to add a light gray canvas. The light gray canvas is nice because it's not a lot of data, and also it won't interfere with what you want to show on the map. We'll just leave it at that. If you look over in this lower corner, we can see that the globe is spinning. That spinning globe means that it's still working. Now that it's done, we're going to go ahead, we're going to do add data from ArcGIS Online. And we're going to do a search for USGS natural hazards. And there it is. So we're going to go ahead and add that. We can see with the spinning icon that it's adding it data, and this might take some time, which is okay. We have data all over the place. In our case, what we're concerned about is the United States. But I also like seeing these symbols over in here. So I'm just going to grab my zoom arrow. I'm going to zoom in on all of that stuff. And what we have now is we have a little bit more detail, and with all those hazards now in their location. Now we can look at what those hazards are by looking at the legend, by expanding the legend, and we can also click on them. It's going to quickly go like this, and we're going to expand upon, we'll expand upon wildfires. You can see current wildfires. I'm just going to go ahead and make a map of the continental United States with those wildfires. If we want to see what kind of wildfire it is, we can actually click on this information icon, click on the fire, and it'll tell us the name of the fire and a bunch of other information associated with it. But for now, I want to make a map showing the wildfires in the western United States. Now we can actually see some perimeters of the fires. We can see other information as we zoom in. What I'm going to do though is I'm just going to show you how to quickly make a layout of this. So I don't like the way this looks at all. It looks terrible. The layout is bad, the page is bad, everything about this is bad. The United States is all chopped up. We're not really getting the level of detail we want. I'm going to fix this. So I'm going to go over to File. I'm going to go to Page and Print Setup. I'm going to turn this into a landscape view. I'm going to hit OK. Now the first thing you see is that now my map is off the page. We want to fix that. As soon as it stops spinning here, I'm going to go like this. And you know what? I'm just going to go over. Now once it's fit within the confines of the page, one thing we can do is we can zoom out on the layout area. So the zooming, this menu right here for zooming in and out is in the layout page. This is so you can see everything on the page. Boy, this is awfully slow today. Okay, so now we have that. We zoomed out so we can see the whole page. If we want to go back to the original view, we can click on that. There's a bunch of other icons. This is all with layout. But in terms of the map itself, remember this over here, this zooms in on the map in the layout page. I want to do that because I want to get to these fires in the western United States. And of course now we have that. Now I want to turn this into a map I can export. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this insert. Now remember, I'm in the layout area. This is layout view. It's very important that you're in layout view to do all this. You're going to go to Insert, Title, and I'm going to call it Western Wildfires Continue. You can change the size of this. You can do all sorts of things. Remember, this is a very simple layout. We also want a little bit of a scale in there. So we're going to go ahead and insert a scale bar. And we're going to keep it in terms of miles. I'll put it down here. And I would really like to put in, some text. Widespread fires in Idaho continue. And of course, we can do all other crazy things with this, but for now, we're just going to leave it at that. As a matter of fact, if we go to Customize, we can actually go to Toolbars, and we can turn on all sorts of different things, like a drawing. And with drawing, we can put in all sorts of stuff. We can put in callouts. We can put in polygon text, rectangle text, circle text. We can put in all these other little crazy things. For now, I'm not going to get too crazy with this. I just wanted to show you how to go ahead and create that layout, put in a couple of key essentials. We don't really need a north arrow, it's pretty obvious. But right now, we're going to export this. So we're going to go File, Export Map. We're going to export it as a JPEG. We'll keep the resolution. We don't want any crazy resolution. We'll go to a spot that we want to save it in. In this case, you're going to go to your folder in the W drive. And then you'd save it there. And that's it. And then you have a JPEG of your map. If you need any help on this, or if you want to look into anything further, you can use the online Esri community, or you can do other searches on YouTube where others have tutorials like this.